Hi dear students, welcome to this class. So already in the last class, we had been regarding about the types of chemical reactions. In the last class, we will discuss about the displacement reactions and double displacement reactions. Yes or no students? Yes. So just I wish to recall what I explained in the last class. In a displacement reaction, what happens? The more reactive element displaces less reactive element from a compound of solution. That we call as a displacement. In case of double displacement, what exactly happens in a double displacement reaction? So to happen this double displacement reactions, both compounds should be in an aqueous solution state. Both compounds should be in an aqueous solution state. Understand? So when two compounds in aqueous solution state react together, there will be mutual exchange of ions. There will be mutual exchange of ions taken place. Because of this mutual exchange of ions, they form two new products. And that kind of reactions are called what? Double displacement reactions. In again double displacement reactions, we see the two kinds. Which are those? Precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. Precipitation and neutralization reaction. So precipitation means if a double displacement reaction is happened, in that case one of the product is said to be precipitate. If the precipitate is formed, that is said to be precipitation reaction. Understand? Come to second one, neutralization. It happens only when acids react with bases. When acids react with bases, that forms salt and water. Here also when acids react with bases, some mutual exchange of ions taken place and they form some two new products. The common products are there. Already you know understand. Acids react with bases form salt and water. So salts are nothing but they are also called neutral solutions. They are neutral solutions. Yes sir. Such reactions are called neutralization reaction. So these are the two types of that double displacement reactions. This is what we have learned in a last class. Okay, I hope you understood that. Let's come to students. Next concept is that oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and reduction. After that, redox reactions will come. Okay, before going to that redox reactions, first we have to understand these two terms: oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and reduction. See students, already I written on this board. Oxidation, what it means? The addition of oxygen to a substance. Very simple. Oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance. If you add the oxygen to any substance, that reaction is said to be oxidation reaction. Understand? Just kept in mind, oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance, that is called oxidation. Understand? Here also I written what reaction. Example is that just take a copper and heat it. Take a copper and heat it. Already know that copper is a brown in color. Yes or no? Take a copper powder and heat it well. Understand? When it burns with oxygen, then copper becomes a black color. The brownish color of that copper, it turns to black color. Why so? Why it turns to black color? It is because the formation of copper oxide. So when it reacts with oxygen, that forms a copper oxide layer on its surface. Oxide layer is formed, which is a black in color. Hence, brownish color of the copper that turns to what? Black color. Due to the formation of what? Oxide layer on its surface. Understand? So here copper get oxidized. With oxygen. oxide. Here copper is said to be oxidized. Here copper is said to be oxidized. Understand? Because we are adding oxygen to a copper. We are adding oxygen to a copper, hence copper becomes what? Copper oxide. So this is the best example for this oxidation reaction. Clear? Okay, let's come the second one. Reduction is there. Opposite of that oxidation. What you have to make in oxidation? You are adding just only oxygen to a substance. Understand? Opposite of that oxidation, reduction. That means, see, the removal of oxygen. The removal of oxygen from a substance is called reduction. The removal of oxygen from a substance is called reduction. Both are opposite cases are there. Oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance. Reduction means removal of oxygen from a substance. Understand? So that we call it as a reduction process. Let's see student. Here I have already written the example here. Here copper oxide is there. Copper oxide. When you pass the hydrogen gas, to this copper oxide, copper again turns to brownish color. It gains the same color. Because oxygen is removed by this oxygen. Oxygen is removed by this hydrogen and it forms water. And it gets the same color, brownish color copper here. What exactly happened here? Copper get reduced. What it reduced? It reduced the oxygen. Hydrogen reduced the oxygen from copper oxide and it forms water and you get what? Same brownish color copper here. So this reaction is called a redox reaction. Clear or So next upcoming concept is that redox reactions. What? Redox reactions. Redox reactions, very important. Remember, oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance. Reduction means removal of oxygen from a substance. Clear or not? Okay. Then the upcoming concept is the redox reactions. So remember, here in the redox, you can call it as a redox or redox. Okay. Red indicates what? Reduction. Ox indicates oxidation. Red indicates reduction, ox indicates oxidation. So such reactions are called what? Redox reactions. That means sometimes this oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Understand? Both can occur in a single reaction, even oxidation and reduction. Such reactions are called what? Redox reactions. Understand? See, I will give one example for you. Zinc oxide is there. What it is? Zinc oxide is there. Here carbon is there. Understand? Zinc oxide contains oxygen. When you make to react with a carbon, this carbon reduces oxygen. This carbon reduces oxygen from this zinc oxide and reduces the zinc and copper monoxide. Understand, students? So here in this reaction, both oxidation and reaction are taken place. How, sir? Let's see. Here zinc oxide is there. Understand? What it forms here? Zinc is there. Understand? See. What happens here? Oxygen is removed from this compound. Hence it is said to be what? Reduction. What it is? Here reduction is happening. In case of copper and oxygen, copper get oxidized. Here copper is there, it get oxidized. That means copper reacts with oxygen and forms carbon monoxide. Understand? So this carbon monoxide, this is said to be what? Oxidation. So in this reaction, both oxidation and reduction are takes place simultaneously. Hence, such reactions are called what? Redox reactions. What? Redox reactions. Here, this carbon is helps to remove oxygen from this compound. Hence, this carbon act as a oxidizing agent. Sorry, it is a reducing agent. What it is? Reducing agent. This carbon act as a reducing agent because this carbon that removes oxygen from this zinc oxide compound. Hence, carbon is said to be what? Reducing agent. Clear or not? So, redox reaction means, listen, I will explain carefully, listen it. If oxidation and reduction reactions takes place simultaneously in a single reaction, such reactions are said to be redox reactions. Clear or not, students? It's very easy to understand. So when zinc oxide reacts with the carbon, that forms zinc and carbon monoxide. Here in case of zinc oxide, reduction is happen. In case of carbon, oxidation is happen. This carbon get oxidized to form carbon monoxide. Zinc oxide reduced to form zinc. Clear? This kind of reactions are called what? Redox reactions. Clear or not, students? Very good. Let's see. The last coming concept is the effects of oxidation in our everyday life. Effects of oxidation in our everyday life. So where we can see these effects of oxidation in our everyday life? Let's say I will explain with some examples. Okay. So now you are understand this. Okay. I hope you understood very clearly. Oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance. Reduction means removal of oxygen from a substance. Reduction means if oxidation and reduction reactions takes place simultaneously in a single reactions, such reactions are called what? Redox reactions. Okay, let us come to the last concept of this chapter, effects of oxidation in a everyday life. So students, effects of oxidation in our everyday life. What causes this oxidation? Which are the effects of this oxidation in our everyday life? See, the first effect is that what it is? Corrosion. First effect is the corrosion. Corrosion means what, sir? See, when a metal is attacked by substances, around it, such as moisture, air, acid, etc., it is said to corrode, and this process is called corrosion. See, when a metal is attacked by the substances around it such as air, moisture, acid, the substance is said to corrode, and this process we call it as a corrosion. What it is? Corrosion. So simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, so corrosion means it is the oxidation of metals. When metals oxidize, they forms oxide layer on its surfaces. So that weakens the metal. So slowly the metal get corrode, and this process we call it as a corrosion. Understand? See, best examples are there. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is also because of oxidation. It is the effect of oxidation. When we expose that iron materials, iron particles to air or moisture, when iron reacts with the air or moisture, that forms hydrated iron oxide on its surfaces. That hydrated iron oxide we call it as a rust. What we call it is rust. So when the rust is formed on the surface of iron, the slowly iron particle get corrode, and this process we call it as a corrosion. So rusting of iron is also one effect of oxidation. Understand? So that is the best example for corrosion. The second one is the Black coating on silver. Silver becomes blackened. Silver articles become blackened. If you use the silver ornaments in your home, see, if you use that silver ornaments continuously, they become blackened. You know why? That silver combines with the sulfur. That silver combines with sulfur present in atmosphere. Remember this point. Kept in mind. Why the silver becomes black? Okay. See, that silver article or silver ornaments that combines with the sulfur present in atmosphere. That forms what? Silver sulfide. That forms silver sulfide. So that is a black in color. So the black coating of silver sulfide is formed on that silver. So that we call it as a black coating on silver. It is because of silver combines with sulfur present in atmosphere that forms black color silver sulfide coating on it. So that coating also that corrodes the silver. So this is also best example for corrosion. And green coating on copper. See, if we have copper articles in your home, if we expose that copper articles to air or moisture, either over atmosphere, see after let it for 3 days. After 3 days you can observe the green patches on the copper utensil. Understand? So the green patches are nothing but oxidation. Here also oxidation takes place. So that makes the copper utensil to corrode. So that process we call it as corrosion. How, sir? Why these green patches are formed on the copper utensil? See, this copper that combines with the carbon dioxide. Which? Carbon dioxide. So when copper utensils combine with carbon dioxide present in atmosphere, that forms what? Copper carbonate. That forms what? Copper carbonate. So that is a green in color. Hence green patches are started to arise on the surface of copper utensils. So that is the best example for that corrosion. Understand? So the copper carbonate is found on that surface of copper utensil. So that is called green coating on copper. That is also one effect of oxidation. If copper carbonate is formed on copper utensil, the metal slowly get to corrode, and that process we call it as a corrosion. So this is the one main effect of that oxidation in our daily life, that is the corrosion. So in generally we say corrosion means what it is? Oxidation of metals. Oxidation of metals. Understand? When rusting of iron is there, black coating on silver is there, green coating of copper is there. See, rusting of iron, it iron reacts with air or moisture forms hydrated oxide. That we call rust. Black coating on silver. Silver reacts with the sulfur present in air forms silver sulfide. So that is a black in color. Green coating on copper. Copper combines with the carbon dioxide in the air. That forms what? Copper carbonate. Copper carbonate. So these are the best example for this corrosion. And sir, how can we prevent this corrosion of metals, sir? Is there any solution? Is there any prevention methods to prevent this corrosion of metals? Yes, here are the prevention methods are there. How can we prevent the corrosion of metals? First one is the painting. First one, painting is there. You just apply a paint on the surfaces of metals. So that paint layer that resists the corrosion of metals. That paint layer resists the corrosion of metals. Best, very easy method. Very easiest method of this prevention method of metal, that is corrosion. Understand? So by applying paint on the metal surfaces, you can prevent the corrosion of metals. Second one is the oiling or greasing. Just apply the oil or grease on the metal surfaces. So that grease layer or oil layer, that also prevents the metal from corrosion. Very simple method is there. Third one, galvanization. It is not simple method. So galvanization means, first we have to understand what galvanization means. Galvanization means it is a coating of zinc layer. It is a coating of zinc layer on a base metal. You can take a base metal, any metal, iron or anything. Understand? Just now, the coating of zinc metal, the coating of zinc layer on an iron. Understand? So if you coat that zinc layer on any metal, that process we call it for galvanization. Galvanization means, the simple words we say, it's a coating of zinc layer on an iron-like materials. So that process we call galvanization. So this zinc layer also resists the oxidation of metals. Hence, it's the very best prevention method, galvanization. Making alloys. Making alloys. So alloys means it is a mixture of two or more metals. If we mix the two or more metals and if we form the alloy, so alloys don't get corroded. Alloys do not get corroded. Hence, making of alloy is the best prevention method of a corrosion of metals. Last one is there, electroplating is there. Electroplating means you can apply the any desired metal coat on the base metal by using electricity. So that process we call it as electroplating. It will come in the next chapter, which is that metals and non-metals chapter is there. We will clearly discuss about this prevention methods in that chapter, metals and non-metals. You just know this. These are some prevention methods of corrosion of metals: painting, oiling or greasing, galvanization, making alloys, electroplating. Okay. So last effect is there. What it is? Rancidity. Rancidity. The second main effect of oxidation in everyday life, which we can see, is rancidity. Already you learned about that. What it is? Corrosion. Let's come the last concept of this chapter, rancidity. So, corrosion means in general we say oxidation of metals. Rancidity means it is the oxidation of food materials. Oxidation of food materials which contain oils and fats. Let's see. The oxidation of food materials containing oils or fats when exposed to air, that leads to bad smell and bad taste of food. This is called rancidity. So only the food materials which contain oils and fats, the food which made up of oils and fats, if we expose that food materials to air or moisture, they get oxidized. If they get oxidized, the smell and taste of the food gets changed. That leads to bad smell, that leads to bad taste of food. So that process we call it is rancidity. That is called rancidity. Understand? So methods of prevent rancidity. How can we prevent that rancidity of food items? Very simple methods are there. By adding antioxidants. By adding antioxidants. So that antioxidants then prevent that food material from the oxidation. So by adding antioxidants to food materials which contain oils and fats, that prevents rancidity. Keeping food in airtight containers. See, I will give one example for that antioxidant. One accident is there. Antioxidant commonly used in food materials. Antioxidant is BHA. BHA means butyl hydroxy anisole. Butyl hydroxy anisole, simply called as BHA. So this is a commonly used antioxidants in the preparation of food which contains oil and fats. Second one is keeping food in an airtight container. Keeping food in airtight container. If air doesn't pass into that food material, so it doesn't get oxidized, and that prevents rancidity. Okay. Then replacing air by nitrogen. So replacing air by nitrogen. Remove the air and add nitrogen. See, commonly, I think you might eat that chips packet which is available in your market. See that, just remove that chips packet. The air is filled. It is filled with the air. You know which gas is filled in that chips packet and your kurkure packets. That is a nitrogen. That is a nitrogen. Nitrogen gas is filled in a, which is that chips packets. The nitrogen gas is in that chips packet because nitrogen is very less reactive than the oxygen. Nitrogen is very less reactive than the oxygen. So hence this nitrogen also prevents the food material from oxidation. Then refrigeration. Refrigeration means by keeping food materials in a low temperature. By keeping food materials in a low temperature, so that also prevents the rancidity of food. So that we call it as refrigeration. So these are some methods of this prevention of rancidity. Okay, clear students? So this is your chapter. What it is? Chemical reactions and equations. Now it is completed. I hope you fully understood this lesson very clearly. Understand? So try to solve the exercise of this chapter. If you do any doubts on this chapter, please to come to school and consult me and clear your doubts. Okay? Okay. I will send the PDF of this file in the next classes. Okay? We will meet you again in the next chapter, that is assets, basis and source. Very interesting chapter is there. Okay? Thank you students. Thank you for watching this class.